Last month, my buddy Greg invited me over for what he called a life-changing sandwich experience. Now, Greg's always been the kind of guy who takes his hobbies a little too far. He once spent 6 months perfecting cold brew coffee and started referring to himself as Dr. Beans. So I figured, sure, I'll risk my cholesterol for his latest culinary obsession. When I arrived, his kitchen looked like a cross between a French bakery and a science lab: baguettes, sourdough starters, and something suspiciously bubbling in a mason jar labeled yeast experiments, do not open. While I was nervously eyeing the jar, Greg launched into an impromptu TED talk about crumb structure and hydration percentages. Before I could even ask for a glass of water, he handed me a pair of headphones and insisted I listen to his new podcast, Breadheads, Ruminations on Rye. I tried to politely decline, but he looked so earnest, like a golden retriever with a degree in gluten, so I obliged. To my surprise, it wasn't just Greg rambling about bread. He had interviews with local bakers, a dramatic reading of the Bagel Manifesto, and a shockingly emotional segment dedicated to ciabatta. The real twist came when Greg told me his latest episode had gone viral. Apparently, his passionate defense of pumpernickel struck a nerve on Bread Talk. Now, people in our neighborhood were stopping him in the street to get loaf advice. Even the guy at the deli started calling him the loaf guru, which Greg wore like a badge of honor. He'd started carrying business cards that simply read, "Greg, we'll judge your crumb, free of charge." The final straw was at my niece's birthday party, when Greg pulled out a stethoscope and started diagnosing the structural integrity of the birthday cake. As the parents looked on in confusion, Greg solemnly declared, "This cake has a weak crumb and questionable hydration, but with love and patience, it could rise to greatness." And that's when I realized, my friend wasn't just breaking bread, he was breaking into the bread consulting business. Some might say his popularity would eventually go stale, but Greg? He's just getting a rise out of it.